Yo, what is good, YouTube? Krishan checking back in with another video. If you would like to support me in any way, you can do so by liking this video and subbing to the channel. So in our first story of the day, Akim Williams is out of the 2022 Arnold Classic. And I actually knew this like a day or two ago, but I wanted to give Akim a chance to actually come out and say this on his own terms. It was first reported by Ron Harris of MD. And Akim was said to have had the virus, which actually stopped him from training a little while, and it must have been pretty severe. And this was actually from Bodybuilding and BS's YouTube channel. Shout out to him. Akim said his health comes first, and he's not dying for a show. He loves bodybuilding, but there's more to life than bodybuilding. So I'm guessing Akim was actually pretty sick during this time period. And I believe that Akim is back training in the gym now, but I just don't think he will have enough time to make it to the Arnold Classic. But Akim did mention that he will be competing sometime later this season. Not sure when. Not sure if he's going to make it the week of the Boston Pro or later this season. But Akim is out of the 2022 Arnold Classic, guys. And it's pretty tough because Akim was a guy I'm pretty sure I was going to have him in my top 5 or my top 6 for this show. And in our next update of the day, we have physique updates from Brandon Curry. Now, of course, these physique updates probably aren't recent. Never know with Brandon and Abdullah. They may be from 2 weeks ago. They may be from 3 weeks ago. They may be from last year, in all honesty. But something that I was thinking about today, guys, think about it. Brandon Curry is amazing in both front shots, incredible in both side shots, incredible in both back shots, incredible in the ab and thigh and the most muscular. Brandon Curry honestly doesn't have a weak pose. Outside of his legs looking weak in the back poses, Brandon Curry is honestly pretty compete and gonna give you a run for your money in any shot. And Brandon Curry is actually on the next edition of the MD cover, and I know the magazine covers aren't taking it seriously as they were back in the day, but I actually really like these magazine covers. So huge shout out to Brandon Curry. And I honestly believe Brandon Curry will win this Arnold Classic, guys. And in our next update of the day, we have physique update from William Bonac. Now, a lot of people don't seem to be impressed by this update. This update was about from 10 days ago from what William said, so that's around 4 weeks out from the Arnold Classic. And if you guys don't know, William Bonac is working with Chad Nichols, who was the coach of Ronnie Coleman, and also works with Big Ramy. But I was actually pretty impressed by this update. William looks 3D, and me knowing that this is about 4 weeks out from the Arnold Classic, I know that William is going to come in condition. I believe this is going to be a better showing than he had at the Mr. Olympia, and Ian Valliere also stated on a recent podcast he expects Bonac to come in a lot better. As you know, Bonac had traveling issues last year. I believe he was in a hotel in Dubai for 2 weeks. I'm not even sure if he was able to train at all, but after this recent update, if you don't have William Bonac in your top 3, guys, at least for the predictions, hey. And in our next update of the day, we have physique update from Brett Wilkin. Now, this is actually going to be pretty brief. Brett is a guy everyone is expecting to be in their top 3, and Phil Heath even more so recently mentioned that he believed Brett will be up there battling with Curry and Bonac. Now, I believe Brandon Curry is going to win this show, honestly. I believe it's probably going to come down to a 2-man call-out. Probably going to be Brandon Curry and William Bonac, but you never know. But something interesting, Ian Valliere said that he watched Brett Wilkin in his posing room, and he watched him pose. And he said that all of the Arnold competitors better watch out. Brett Wilkin is coming for their lunch money, and Brett Wilkin can stand with pretty much any physique. And that's coming from Ian Valliere, who is a top pro in our sport. So I'm excited to see what Brett Wilkin can bring to the stage. And you guys let me know in the comment section below. Do you guys think Brett can possibly win the Arnold Classic? Can Brett Wilkin beat Brandon Curry? And in our next update of the day, we have physique updates from Justin Rodriguez, who just looks better and better, guys. Pretty much every video I put out, I have to talk about Justin because he just posted some crazy updates. Now, something I'm starting to see, looks like Justin's separation of his quads are coming in, and that's something a lot of people talk about a lot and knocked him for, especially during his prep. But it looks like his quads are becoming more and more separated the closer that we get to this Arnold Classic. And I'm pretty sure we aren't going to have to worry about Justin coming in shape. And as you guys know, Justin is a top Olympian, a top 8 Olympian. And a lot of people aren't really talking about him going into this show. And I just feel like it's somewhat disrespectful to give guys that haven't necessarily proved themselves the nod over guys that are actually top guys in this sport. And of course it's possible, but me personally, I just feel like going into a prediction video, you kind of have to go off with like what's on paper. You know, you have to look at Olympia placings, you have to look at pro show wins, because it's kind of strategic. Now, guys like Nick Walker, of course, can just come in and blow all of that out of the water, but I just feel like going into the shows, guys, you have to bet on the veterans because they've been there before. And our next update of the day, we have a physique update from Regan Grimes. And Regan has actually been kind of quiet throughout this Arnold Classic prep. Now, I'm not sure if you guys know or if I mentioned this on the channel, but Regan also had the virus earlier in this prep. It kept him out of training for maybe about 5 days, I believe. But Regan was able to recover from that. In these physique updates, I honestly did expect Regan to look a little better than this, which is not a knock against Regan. It may be the fact that he's on low or little to no carbs. You know how Milos is. Or maybe I wonder, did Regan actually recover from the virus? I mean, you never know, guys, but this pose right here is incredible. I guess this is one of Milos' signature poses. And I mentioned in the last video that Regan Grimes did get some posing lessons from Logan Franklin because both of them trained under Milos, and Logan came out there to work with them for a while. But I'm very excited to see what Regan is going to bring to the stage. Once again, I believe Regan and Samson Dowda are going to place right behind each other, whether it's 3rd and 4th, 5th and 6th, or 6th and 7th. And I believe Regan may get the nod over Samson at this Arnold Classic, in all honesty. I'm excited to see if Regan has brought maybe a more improved posing routine, you know, maybe a more artistic posing routine. But I'm kind of ranting at this point, guys. But excited to see what Regan can bring to the stage and hoping he can crack that top 5. And in our next update of the day, we have a rear lat spread from 2-time Classic Physique Olympia champion Brianne Ansley. And honestly, I believe this may be the best Breon to date, guys. I believe Breon is going to come in better than he did at the 2021 Mr. Olympia. Now, the question is, will Breon be able to dethrone Terrence? You know, Breon hasn't been able to beat Terrence for what, pretty much the past 2 years. And I'm not really sure, guys. As I've said numerous times, it seems like the Classic Physique judges prefer a bigger set of quads. And Terrence does have a pretty nice set of quads. Breon has nice quads as well, but they're not as big as they were. Breon definitely has the best back on this stage, man, and it's looking like he's going to bring some of his best conditioning to this show. So I want to know from you guys in the comment section below, does anyone other than myself believe that Brianne Ansley can win this show? Now, going into the predictions, of course, I'm not 100% sure yet. I'm going to pick Breon to win this show. I'm a huge fan, and I really, really want him to win. But in reality, he hasn't beaten Terrence Ruffin in 2 years. But I do believe this will be one of his best packages to date. And these are two of the best posers in the IFBB, along with Logan Franklin, of course. So excited to see what Breon is going to bring to this Arnold Classic, man. I'm actually very excited he is doing the Arnold Classic. So I hope you guys did indeed enjoy this video, man. If you would like to support me or the channel in any way, you can do so by liking this video and subbing to the channel. Hit that bell button as well so you never miss an update over here at GOAT Fitness. If you would like to support anything I'm associated with, is in the description below. I'm out.